Hi everyone, today we are going to go over how to create textures and apply it to your objects, and we will look at how to create a brick wall like this and learn how to manipulate the texture map to apply to this object. So for that what you will have to do is I will reset this one. By the way, I create tutorials on 3ds Max, and I will also cover tutorials in Blender so you can learn the same tools uh, or get the same knowledge using a free software instead of if you don't have access to 3D Studio Max. So the first thing we will do is create a box and have a little thickness so that it looks like a wall. Okay. Now we need to assign a material to this object. So I am using this button to zoom in and zoom out of the viewport. The grid is bothering me, so I'll just hit the G key to hide the grid. And to assign a material, we need to open material editor. So you can hit the M key on your keyboard to open the material editor. Alright, so I will close this material editor. You can also access the material editor if you go to the rendering tab, material editor, and there are two options: slate material editor and compact material editor. So if you click on slate material editor, it looks like this, and if you open the compact material editor, you get the same options, but just the interface is different. This was the old 3ds interface, and then the slate material is the new interface. So this is more user friendly, so we will use this one. Now we are going to create a standard material. So you just have to click and drag standard onto this workspace, and then you can see that there are input nodes and there is an output node. So you can click and drag this onto the material, and thus material is assigned to the object. You can also right click on the material. You'll have to select the object first, and then you click on the first option which says assign material to selection. Now if you double click on this material, you will get the material properties onto this right side, and diffuse is the actual color of the object. So if you make it green, the wall becomes green, and so on. So instead of a color, we need an image for the diffuse map. So you can see the diffuse map is here as well and here as well. So either you can click here and assign an image by clicking on the bitmap, or you can click on bitmap and drag out, and then from general you get the same option. So you click on the bitmap, and then we will select the brick wall. This brick wall image can be downloaded from the internet. So all you have to do is open a browser and search for brick wall. If you type texture, I did not type the texture, and I selected the first image. You just have to select the image, right click, save image as, and once you save the image, you assign the image, and now you can see that the image is assigned to the material, and you can see that the material has updated but that is not visible in the viewport. So if you right click on the material editor and click on this option which says show shaded material in viewport, so the material. Now the texture map is visible in the viewport. If you click and drag this out, then the connection is lost. So the bitmap is still there. You can again reconnect it, and then it comes back to the object. Now we will close this window for a while now because we need to focus on what is happening here. Now you can see that there is a default UV mapping on the object. What I mean is that a two-dimensional image which only has width and length has been assigned to a three-dimensional object which has length, width and height. So you can see that the image is assigned, looks nice onto the front side, but on the sides the image is squeezed into a very small thickness. So we need to change that. So what we will do is we will add a modifier to modify our image map onto of this object. So if you go to modify panel, we will type UVW map, and then once we add a UVW map modifier, there are various ways that 2D image is wrapped around this 3D object. Right now it is planar. So if you see, if it is planar, then whatever these edges are, they get stretched. Those pixels at the edge get stretched to fill the space in the width, and you can see it looks incorrect. If you use cylindrical option, then a cylinder is created, and if you cap the cylinder, then the cylinder, it's assigned, a cylindrical map is assigned. So if you click and drag the cylinder, then you can change it, and then the height of that can be changed. You can even rotate. You got to click on the gizmo, and then you can rotate your map. But you can see that even though the front looks correct, the sides are still incorrect. If you use spherical, again it is not doing a very good job. Here you can just click on the fit, so it goes back to all these dimensions, go back to normal. If you use the box option, now you can see, you can click on the gizmo and move that around, and then again you can see that it's still not aligning well, because if you drag it, it will be very difficult to find this edge. Probably it would be at the beginning or end somewhere. It is not on this side, maybe it is on this side. So whatever these pixels are, maybe they are not available. Okay. So this can do a quick fix to your material, but this is not the perfect solution to assign a material. So what we are going to do is we are going to look at another modifier which is called unwrap UVW. So if you go to unwrap UVW, the unwrap UVW modifier will let you precisely texture map your object onto the 2D image. So we're going to look at how that is done. Slide down and go to the UV editor. Now we will look at the UV editor interface. Okay, so this is our working area. Now all this image object mesh is assigned here. Within this square, all the mesh will be there. If you go here, you can change it to your brick wall, and then you can see like now your brick wall is visible, and you can drag and move your mesh aside. Now even though your mesh is in the side, it is still showing the map, because this map is copied along X and Y axis. Alright, so if you look at this mesh, if you move the mesh around, you can still see the image on your object. That is because this is tiled. So to see those tiles, if you go to Option, Preferences, you can click on Tile Bitmap, and then if you increase the tiles, you can see that the same image is copied multiple times, and that's why at any given time your object will be on some part of that image. But we don't want to make things complicated, so we will put this onto this in a right way. So let us look at some of the interface. So we'll just OK this. Now in the UV editor, you can select your mesh using the vertex. You can select your mesh using the edges. Okay, using the polygon. Okay, you can see how there are different polygons, and then you can select it by the so how the element work is, for example, if you are in vertex mode and select one vertex and move it, only that vertex will move. But if you turn the element on and select a vertex, same vertex, then the entire UVW map of that object will move. Okay, so you can distort your UVW map. You're not actually distorting the mesh, but you're just changing the way the image is assigned to that. So this is, let us move this, and then you can see how the map is assigned if you change that vertex. Okay, so what we want to do is select all of these and then go to mapping. Guess we have to select this and then flatten the map. Just say OK, and what it will do is it will make all the faces separate. Okay, so this box has 6 sides, and all the 6 sides are now separated. So you can see that this is the front side, this is the back side, this is the bottom, this is the top, and these are the sides. So basically we might want to pair these two together. Okay, and these two will be exactly the same, because whatever is in the front will be in the back, but this side will be different, this side will be different, this side will be different, and bottom may not be visible in any way. So what we have to do is assign this to decide how our, and then I'll use the vertex to drag this, and we can decide how the image is assigned to the brick wall. You can make it longer if you want. So what should be the size of the brick, etc. You can plan if you want, say, show this part of the image here. Okay, so how should this look? You can work with that. Alright, now we are going to try and align our side. So I will click on the element and select this. Let me see which vertex is this. Okay, so it is this bottom vertex here. So this belongs to that side, so we need to work on this mesh here. So this is the top, so we need to see which one. So this is the back, this is the back of this, so I can then select this and try to position it. Okay, because it is on the edge, it is showing that part of that image, and here now you can try to align it with the top. Okay, and then if you click on the element, element, and then the edge, you can select this, and then you can drag it, so you can then align your brick, and then same thing can be done from the left side and also from the top side. So this will be put here, it will have to be turn the element off and drag it till here, and then we have to try and align. We need to figure out which one is this vertex. So even if you can click on that vertex, so that vertex is here, so we'll have to drag it onto this side, and then these will go to the other side. Okay, then we'll click on the element, select any one vertex, and then if you move it here, then that brick will align with that one. Okay, so if you look at this one, we move it, and now this one is aligned here. You can find the alignment on this side, and then the texture map will be aligned. Okay, so these are the basics of how you can texture map an object using an unwrap UVW map modifier. The next class we will look at how to create a dies using the same method.